Hello everyone, welcome once again to another Excel dashboard related tutorial by Slides. This is an interactive Excel dashboard where we have some categorical columns as filter. For example, here married, single, region, bachelors, gender, number of children, etc. The purpose of this particular analysis is to create a dashboard where we can see various factors that are affecting the decision of a customer purchasing a bike. So this is a motorbike sales analysis dashboard, and we are trying to analyze what are the different factors that affect a customer's decision in buying a bike. So the data set that we have got here is got from this bike buyers 1000 database, and this is something you can get from Kaggle. This dataset has detail of 1000 users from different background and whether or not they buy a bike. And this dataset can be used for prediction models using machine learning algorithms, etc. But we are creating a simple Excel dashboard here. How is this dashboard created? We will learn in this particular chapter. First, let's see the dataset. In dataset, you can see we have ID of rows, marital status of the customer, gender, income in dollars, number of children they have, their education, their occupation, whether they own a house or not, whether they have car, their total commute distance, 0 to 1 mile, 0 to 1 mile means on average their commute distance, region in which they belong or region where they live, age, and whether they have purchased the bike, yes or no. So whenever we analyze something, we consider one particular field as a target value, which is purchase bike here, a binary value, and all these values from A to L, all these values are all our inputs, and this is our output. So we have to see the combined effect of inputs on our output. For that, what you can do, the first thing when you are beginning, so you can select like anywhere and go to insert and create a pivot table from table range. Here we will create in a new sheet. So when you will create a pivot table in a new sheet, you can simply rename it to something. I will just rename it to PT, pivot table. Now when you click here, you will be able to create some graphs here. For example, let's say I select gender, I select purchase bike. So here you can see female no yes, male no yes. So we are considering two values, right? Gender, purchase bike. When you select columns, you can take them to columns and rows. Let's select gender to columns and purchase bike to rows. So here you can see row label no yes. So in row purchase bike yes or no, and female and male here are given, right? Now after selecting this, what value do we put here? So in values we have to bring total number of customers who have done this, right? So we will bring ID as values. It will show sum by default. We will go to value field setting and use count of ID. Okay, so this is count of ID. Now what you are seeing here, you are seeing female who purchased bike, right? They are 243. Male who purchased bike 252. The gender wise we can see number of people who are buying bikes, whether female or male, they are very close to each other, right? In case of no, the difference is more. This is grand total. Grand total is basically sum of female plus male. No, total number of people who have not purchased 531, who have purchased 495, and total values we have 1026. So what it means is in the data set more people have not purchased the bike and slightly less people have purchased the bike. Okay, in such type of charts, when you will click them, you will see power or pivot table analysis here. Okay, you can go to design, go to grand totals, and just turn them off if you need. Now you have the data. You can select this table. Obviously, in your table, you can click on insert and create a chart. But before that, you have to select pivot table analyze and you can insert some slicers. These slicers are something that will be used on your dashboard to give users the interactive functionality to filter the data, right? So for example, we want to give users a filter region. So it will show region like this. Later, we can simply copy them and put them on our dashboards. First thing is to prepare your pivot table. So that's what we are doing here. Now, similarly, you can again click on your data entry, sorry, click on your table and pivot table analyze and insert another slicer. Let's say marital status. We will bring marital status here, and this is something currently we can place them anywhere because our dashboard will be something that we are going to create later. But one thing that you have to check while creating these dashboards is while selecting the values, your pivot table should change. So, and from here you can clear them. You can also select your slicer and select a different type of design. Select this slicer, select a different type of design. So you can select different type of color scheme here. Now after selecting your table, let's say now we have analyzed effect of female and male on buying behavior, right? So we can select this and we can go to insert. From here we can insert a chart. So for example, we can select a pie chart here. So here you can see female, no, yes, right? We can select male, we can select female, etc. But here, since we have multiple values, right? We have female, male, row, yes, multiple values. So a better type of chart here will be something like a 2D column chart. So in 2D column chart, you will be able to see. Now blue color represents female, orange color represent male. Here, this portion represent yes, this portion represent no. So you can see the height of bar in case of male in no is higher, and similarly in case of female also is higher than in case of yes. The ratio is almost the same, and from here you can get a lot of insights. Okay, so this is something that you can create, and obviously uh, you can click here and you can select any type of design you want. Okay, if you want to create a 3D chart, you can change chart type from here and select the 3D chart and select OK. So in this type of chart, two separate columns representing two separate classes will be shown. So this is one thing, and you can select a dark chart here. So this is your gender wise representation of buying behavior, you can say. So our distribution of gender we are seeing. We can create a new sheet and we can call it new dashboard. Okay, so we can call it a new dashboard. Here we can select the area in which we want to create our dashboard. So for example, we will select up to S. Okay, or you can select Control A and you can go to view and disable grid line or formula bar if you don't need it. And now you have a plain background. Again select, go to home tab, select some kind of background. Next, just paste your chart. So this is your chart here, representing the data. we also created some slices. So we will copy those slices and bring them here. So let's say we will bring the slices. Great. So first we what we are going to do, copy them individually. And I will paste it actually here. I don't know why it was getting pasted inside the chart. So, and I will copy it here and paste it outside, right? So this way we can arrange our charts. Now we can clear them, always see their effect. So in North America, you can see the ratio. In case of yes is almost neck to neck. In Pacific, male have bought more bikes as compared to female. And in this case, the number of cases in yes is more than no. So you can see which regions are, your favorable regions, or where buying behavior is different. Is buying behavior different in different regions? Yes. Then this is an important variable for our machine learning models, and that's why when we will create machine learning models, we have to use this. Similarly, in case of marital status also, you can see for different type of marital status, single, you can see, married, you can see here. So in case of single and married, this is changing. So you can simply use it. Next thing is, if you want to, you know uh, use proper values, for example, instead of gender, FNM, marital status M or S. So what you can do here, you can create a copy of your table, and in your copy of table, you can, just replace the values. For example, let me select this. So here we have a table. So I will call it table 15. Let's say whatever you want to call, and let's say we select here and click here, press Control F, find what F, replace with female, replace all. So you can see replace all is not working here. If that's the case, you can go to the review tab, unprotect sheet. So now once you have unprotected the sheet, let's try once again, and done. Similarly, we can select M here. I know there are a lot more ways to do this, but this is the easiest way, right? So obviously here you can see male, female is missing. So let's correct that order first. So we will do it in a different order. So here Control F, replace M with male first, and then F with female, replace all. So similarly, you can select it, and what if I am making a mistake too many times? So let me correct that. So you can make these type of changes, and similarly, like marital status, married or single, and whatever you want to change. Okay, so that's how this working sheet is created here. So gender, marital status are changed. If you want to change, you can change. Otherwise, you can simply ignore. So now here, in the dashboard that we saw in the beginning, the fields and everything that is selected is explained like this. First, in our pivot table, we will go and enable the field list. So in our field table, gender, income, and purchase bike, because we want to see the effect of gender, income, and purchase bike, right? So here you can see these two columns. Gender is dragged into rows, income is dragged into values, and the value that is selected here is average income, right? And purchase bike is selected into columns. So what you are seeing here is the average income of female and male here, right? So average, female in case of yes is 55,700 and male is 60,000. So you can see when the average income of a male or female is more, then their likelihood of buying the bike is also increasing. And here you can select this type of graph, or the graph that we have selected here is a simple chart, and from here you can change the graph type. So currently the graph that is selected is clustered column. You can select any other type of chart as well. Okay, so this is average income per purchase here. Similarly, this is another pivot table. In this pivot table, customer commute is being seen. Customer commute means 0 to 1 miles, 1 to 2 miles, 5 to 10 miles. Like if their, you know, commute distance, the overall commute distance is more or less, is that going to affect their buying behavior, right? Or buying decision. So here, when you will select commute distance is given to rows section, purchase bike is given to values, and number of people are selected here, count. So this way you will be able to see here, and the type of chart that is selected here is a line chart. And anytime you can click on a chart and you can click on this style icon and you can change the chart type, right? So the one we have selected is the dark background here. You can anytime right click on chart, format chart area, and select shadow. There are multiple settings that you can do here. What type of color do you want for your shadow? Everything you can select here. Currently we are using minimal formatting here, but this is something that you can create, right? Similarly, in your pivot table, we have customer age trend. I have simply changed it to, for me, when we are seeing a trend, a chart that we can select is a clustered column will be a better type of chart. So I have selected this and I have simply selected the darker shade of it. Now what is this showing? So first of all, in this particular chart, let's see the fields first. So in the field list, we have age brackets and purchase bike. Okay. So in the working sheet, a new column is created that is called age brackets. Age bracket is simple if else kind of thing here. So let's copy this and understand. So here what they have done is, if L2 is greater than 54, then call that person old. If L2 is greater than 31, then call that person middle age. If L2 is less than 31, call that person adolescent, otherwise invalid data. So that's why we have written here. So in if first condition, then another if with second condition, right? Then another if with third condition. So first this if will close. So this round bracket here is for this if. Then this if will close. So here round bracket ends, and then this if will close. Okay. So this way you can write a nested if kind of thing. So for different kind of conditions, you can write different kind of values. This is a way to create a calculated column. So because age is a continuous value, so you can always see the distribution of age, but here what you are seeing is a conditional value. So that's why this working sheet is created, so that you can create this type of values. So now from this particular data, from this working sheet also, it is very easy. Just select and go to insert pivot table and create a new sheet. Then you will be able to do as we were doing there, right? Or you can select your sheet once again and create a calculated column there. So here you can see one simple thing, that And in case of adolescent, number of no's are more, 71, and 39 is yes. But in case of middle-aged people, yes is 383. So this particular uh, changing of data, or this particular grouping of data on the basis of age is giving us more insights and kind of letting us know that when customers are middle age, their probability to buy a bike is more, right? So that's why this will be an important factor. So all these three graphs are created here, and what you can do in your dashboard, you can simply copy and paste them. So for some reason my Excel file got corrupted, so I am just showing it once again quickly. So first, go to view, disable grid line, then select all, go to home, choose a particular background color for your sheet. Now in your pivot table, whatever tables you have created, copy them one by one and start putting them here, right? Choose a proper height. You can always change chart type, select type of chart you want, click OK. Obviously here chart size is very small, so we will increase the chart size. Okay, we can always rearrange these anywhere. Select once again, increase chart area, and you can always go and select a different type of color scheme. Okay, so this way from your pivot table you can copy them, and suppose you have to create a heading. So to create a heading, just go to insert, shape, select a rectangular shape here, draw your shape. In your shape, go to shape fill, select a color as per your data, double click, write whatever you are trying to write, like bike sales analysis. Select it, go to home, vertical align center, horizontal align center, increase the size to 32 or whatever size you want, control B to bold, make bold. This is your heading. You also have your slicers here, like gave you how to add slicers. So in your pivot table, analyze, insert slicers. Let's say gender slicer and education slicer, occupation slicer, whatever you want to choose. Just insert your slicers, select them, and paste it here. Now arrange it as resize them as per your requirement. Similarly here, and this way you can easily arrange them, right? You can arrange them, some of them on left hand side, some of them on right hand side. So now let's shift them one side and copy another chart. So this is commute. This is going to be placed here. We will make its width wider, and we are going to select a background color for it. Similarly, you can go to stable again. Age trend also we can copy, paste it on the sheet, drag it in the area where you want to put it in your dashboard, and select its height and width accordingly. Obviously we can you know make them of equal width. Here also you can see height is smaller here, so we can increase the height. This type of adjustments can be made anytime, and you can always change these labels by double clicking on them. So customer age trend or whatever you want to like, you can write here customer age distribution. However you want to represent it, you can show, and you can reposition it anywhere you want, right? And here, now once you have more area in your chart, so you can select the section and increase its height. So this is your entire thing. You can see, changing for male, for female. So wherever it is applicable, it will change accordingly. So this is a simple way of creating it. And one more important thing is there. Let's say this filter. So when you will go to filter, so select a particular table. For example, let's select this one and see filter connections. So you can see children and gender filter are not applicable here. So make sure that in your pivot table analyze whatever filters you have on your sheet, they should be applicable. Then only, as per your filters, all values are going to change. Okay. Some filters may be active on some sheets. So some filters may be active on some tables. So that's how you can change it. So similarly, this is a simple way you can create a motorbike sales analysis dashboard. And this is the simplest example that we can use. You can use any of them as a slicer here, and you can choose different type of styling. I hope you understood the concept. Please subscribe to our channel to receive more updates like this, more interactive dashboards like this. Thanks for watching. See you next time with another interactive dashboard in Excel or Power BI or Tableau.